Hey guys, what's up? lightboltjoe here. Today we're going to discuss Ripsticks by Razor. I have my beautiful Vans on. I have my $2 Volcom long sleeve shirt from my local thrift store. $2. Look at this. Look at the stitching on this. Awesome. I have my Neff beanie. I got my G-Shock. I'm good to go. Let's discuss it. So, as I get eaten by mosquitoes, you're gonna see me go like this a lot. Just so we're clear. Ripsticks came out 07, 08, one of those years. I didn't start riding until 09. I was at my cousin's house. He had a friend over, and it was like one of his birthday parties. My cousin had awesome birthday parties in his old house before they moved. So the friend brought over his Ripstick, and he's like, "Hey, you want to try?" And I'm like, "All right, like, why not? It's like a skateboard, right? But it's not like a skateboard. It's literally swiveling. It's like this, or like this." So, this is I've had this since I play guitar, right? A beautiful Ripstick since 2009 is when I got it. I was in a couple, no wait, had to have been earlier than that. Had to have been earlier than that. Had to have been much earlier than that. I started to act in 2006. January 20th, 2006. It was a Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Central Time. Disney Channel original movie High School Musical premiered. And then months later, I auditioned to be in a local stage production of High School Musical, and I got a role, one of the thespians and one of the skater dudes. So, and James the Earthworm was one of the thespians, right? And then I played, Chad a few times and Zeke a few times, whatever. So, as one of the skater dudes, I was allowed to ride my Ripstick on the stage during Status Quo, during the Status Quo, and that was 06. So I had to have had it way before 06, or I got it in 06. I didn't start documenting every day of my life in my journal until January 1st, 2010. So this is years before I can actually go back and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to find the exact date. Let's say late 2000s general perspective is when I got this bad boy. And I have another Ripstick. I have a Ripster, which is a mini Ripstick, which doesn't have this middle part, right? Then I have a caster scooter from Razor, which is half scooter, half Ripstick, which is in back part, doesn't have a swivelly part. These are not the original wheels. These are just regular scooter wheels. The original wheels have a fatter back and a skinnier scooter wheel, but I hamburgered the back wheel. Hamburger is a term us skaters use when you wear down the middle of a wheel, like too much. Primarily more like on the scooting end, because these are scooter wheels. So when you scoot excessively and you wear down the middle, the plastic on the inside, because the rim starts to show, and it's hamburger, because it looks like hamburger. So I figured out I could just use two regular wheels and it'll work just the same, and it works just the same. It's fine, you just need a nice black top. So I'm going into lots of details, but like I said, this is a review on my personal experience with Ripsticks. I've fallen plenty of times. I've tried plenty of tricks. I have bled plenty of ounces of blood, right? But this thing has got me through some hard times. Excuse me, mosquito. Bastard. Why there's tape on it, actually. Man, I can't remember the year now. 2020, 2014? 2015? I think it was 2014. I had done some modeling for Converse, which is funny saying because I'm wearing Vans, because I don't wear Converse. But I got a call from an agency, and they're like, "Hey, we like your look. Can you be in this ad for us?" And I was like, "I'm short." And they're like, "Yeah, no, that's fine, because it's print work." And I was like, "All right." This is back when I had beautiful flowing long hair, before my hair started to fall out as life happens, and my high testosterone count is my own worst enemy. C'est la vie. So, they're like, "Hey, do you have any props you want to bring with you to amplify the photo shoot?" And I'm like, "I have a Ripstick. Do you want me to bring it?" And they're like, "Can you skate around on it?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Yeah, just cover anything that says Ripstick, because that's a name, like a registered trademark." And I was like, "All right." So I brought it, and they gave me some black tape to put on this some shoot in Brooklyn, and we covered it up, and it was fine. And this was years ago, but I never took the tape off because memories. It's funny. So I get there and I bring the Ripstick, you know, with me on the white ramp. How do I explain it? You know, when you're watching a movie or something, for those of you who don't act or those of you who don't model, you're at a photo shoot, there's a white drapey not a backsplash, we're not talking tile here. Yeah, backsplash, sure. Of like just white, right? It's like, you know, when you go to a photo studio, it's just a white ramp of white. So there's no crease, there's no corner, it's just white. So they're like, don't ride the ramp. And I was like, all right, fine. And I didn't. And then we didn't even wind up using that. They were like, you know, we're just going to give you this bear jacket to wear because my hair looked very similar to Blake Anderson's hair. Blake Anderson from Workaholics. And, you know, he's an actor and a comedian. He's done a bunch of other stuff since Workaholics. But it was the bear jacket that he wears during that infamous For Sure meme that everyone's circulated since, you know, when was that? 2012? 2013? One of those years. But yeah, we didn't even use the Ripstick, but it was still fun, you know, riding around Brooklyn from the train to get to the photo studio. It was a fun memory. Another memory, man, riding with friends constantly, riding by myself constantly. I took a train to Merrick once to meet up with a friend to have our own mini Ripstick competition. I won, of course, but it was a long 5 hours. 5 hours of us ripsticking through a parking lot and back streets and like so many things. We had to do so many different stunts. It was painful, and I won a water bottle. That was my prize, and the glory of knowing that I was the champion for that particular day. But it's hard teaching because like you gotta either wiggle or swivel. There's two ways to do it. You can keep one foot planted and swivel it back. I don't think it would work the other way. Kind of weird the other way. And you can only propel yourself forward, you can't go back. Like on a skateboard, you can go goofy or regular, right? Switch the styles and go frontwards or backwards, quote unquote, on the board, depending on what style you're riding. But this, you can only ride goofy or regular in a frontward propelling motion, not a backward propelling motion. It's just how it is. So now they have like electric hoverboards, electric Ripsticks. I haven't tried. There's the grinding bar Ripsticks, which I haven't tried. I have a little Ripster in my car, which is fun, you know. Cruising around slick, sleek surfaces. Surfaces? That's not a word. Surfaces. It's funny because I taught myself how to ride it in an hour, however many years ago it was. Well over a decade, if my calculations are correct. And the only thing that broke was the wheels. I just had to change the wheels once, like 7 years ago, maybe? If that, 8 years ago? Probably 7 years ago. That's it. My dear friend, who we kind of match, actually, now that I think about it. Slightly. Never a dull moment with your Ripstick. Do you have a Ripstick? Are you a ripper? Are you a ripsticker? Tell me your experiences. I'd like to know. How much blood have you shed to stay alive on your Ripstick? Mucho mahalo, guys.